What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be doing yet another comparison review, this time of two collaboration beers from the Other Half Brewing Company, and they're headquartered in Brooklyn, New York, and the Trillium Brewing Company, and they're headquartered in Boston, Massachusetts, and the Veil Brewing Company, and they are out of Richmond, Virginia. And I have their Woah Woah and their HDHC Woah Woah. So the base beer is a double dry hopped Imperial IPA that comes in at 8% alcohol by volume and no IBUs listed, while the HDHC version is an Imperial IPA that comes in at 9% alcohol by volume and no IBUs listed. In time of review, the base is just over 1 month old, while the HDHC version is just over 5 weeks old. They actually have a difference of 6 days between them, which is part of the reason why I'm doing this side-by-side comparison. I thought it would be fun. I didn't plan on doing this, but I placed an order of this one, the base, from Halftime Beverage, and then I saw the HDHC version at one of my favorite local bottle shops of choice, Brewed and Bottled in Lewiston, New York, and I was like, this would make for a fun side-by-side, 8%, 9%. I usually don't do this, but I thought it'd be pretty fun. So the first beer that Other Half and Trillium ever collabed on was a beer called Woah. I think that was back in like the mid 2010s. So they brought along the Veil this time, and they brewed a Woah Woah, and Trillium did an HDHC version. So the base version is double dry hopped, and the hops they're using are Simcoe, Motueka, Nelson Sauvin, Citra Galaxy, and Citra Cryo. And I believe the same hop blend is in this one. However, they hit it with the HDHC treatment that Other Half is known for. And I believe they do that with Nelson Sauvin, Motueka, and Galaxy. So pretty sure these are very similar. This is just, different, basically dry hopping HDHC. Now the base is brewed by Other Half at their Brooklyn facility, at Brooklyn Brewery. And Trillium's is brewed, I believe, at either their Canton or Boston Massachusetts facility. So the base is brewed by Other Half, the HDHC is brewed by Trillium, and we're gonna give it a go. So I'm here for it. They have a spiel on the base. The HDHC one does not have a spiel. So again, this one was canned on 8/19, so again, just over a month old. And then this one was canned on 8/13, which is my birthday, which again, 6-day difference. So we're gonna crack them open, get them in the glass, see what we got going on. They have a bunch of, tasting notes and stuff that I'm not going to be bothered with because, well, there's no reason for it. We'll read it at the end. I don't want to be influenced. I hope both are delicious. That's what I'm looking for. That's when I review beers and drink beers. I want them to be delicious. So we're going to give this a pour. I will do a cuvee, the cuvee at the end. Try to get a nice pour here, something like that. We'll leave a little bit in the glass. So we'll do something like that. Throw this over here, and then we'll also do that for this. I think that is pretty appropriate. Oh, trying to sneak away from me after that last little sip. So I think these both look beautiful in the glass. They kind of give me the old school Other Half look to them. So hold them up here for you guys. Try to anyway. So how do these look? Very, very similar. I think I poured a little bit more into this glass, but let me see if I can muster up a better head here for both of them. So I mean, the head's not bad. It's just I want to muster up a little bit of a head here. It's very similar. So, yeah, a little bit more poured into... That's actually going to bother me. This is where OCD. I got to pour a little bit more in. I know. What am I doing? I'm just reviewing beers. No big deal. No rhyme or reason. Nothing going on. All right. Is that better now? Yeah, that looks a little bit better. So, try to shake this one up. So, both of these beers have that beautiful honey orange color. The Trillium one definitely looks darker. Hold it up to each light. Yeah, it's lighter. The base one has a little bit more of a lighter honey orange. This is a bit darker. Not like it's oxidized or anything, just a little bit darker. Both heads are like this off-white, super creamy looking head. There is a little bit of legs on the glass because the alcohol is high. Thick, murky. The turbidity is through the roof for sure. It kind of plays the role of what you're kind of looking for. I think when you look at these hazies, it just has that milky kind of esque look to it. So we're going to try and get a nose here on the base. That is gnarly. So, oh my God, very intense. So just over a month old, like a couple days over a month old at the time that I'm reviewing this. And this is just very, dare I say, bombastic. Shout out to Paul over at Hey Brew News. It has, and I haven't used this word in a while, but it has like a sorbet, like a fruited sorbet. It has a ton, I mean, an absolute ton of like stone fruits and tropical fruits. You could say like pineapple, even papaya, but it just has like a citrus sorbet too, because it's very intense with the orange, a little bit of lemon lime, maybe orange sherbet, something like that. Oh, it smells awesome. It has this beautiful greenness to it, and herbaceousness, a slight dankness to it as well. I said I wouldn't use this tasting note because I don't get it that often, but recently, within the past month, I've had lychee for the first time. Or some people say lychee. I don't know what I always say lychee. Has a little bit like a lychee kind of character. So again, it has that weird kind of tropical fruit, or like lychee, papaya, maybe even like a little bit of guava and passion fruit, but it has a lot of pineapple as well. So I'd say pineapple, papaya, lychee, and then on top of that, a lot of citrus, like a rainbow sherbet, kind of like a rainbow sorbet, where you would maybe take like 3 different like citrus fruits and make a sorbet out of it. It smells sweeter, but then it has that green kind of dank herbaceousness too. Oh, I think that Simcoe is coming, because I'm starting to get that, like, that people say cattiness from Simcoe. I usually get like almost an onion garlic, or just like a really extreme dankness. Getting a little bit of that here. Simcoe's the first hop listed too. This smells fucking dynamite. Wow. That smells absolutely amazing. So, got some big shoes to fill here. Trillium, let's see what yours smells like. That's not a weird. Very similar. Oh, you know what? So, there is Nelson in here. I was not getting any white grapes or anything like that, or like gooseberry or anything in that realm. White wine. This has a big white grape, white wine kind of nose. Oh yeah, for sure. Holy shit. Still sticking by papaya. It has the, I like to say, fleshy, over-ripened kind of stone fruits or tropical fruits. Papaya. You can even say honeydew melon. This is very, very like, almost smells like it's going to be creamy. Like the fruits are going to be over-ripened and like a creamy, fleshy fruit. But that white grape kind of is kicking in, the white wine. What do folks say now? You guys, this is giving me a Nelson boner, Joe? Is that what, I don't ever say that. Some people do. It doesn't smell as like, I know it sounds stupid when I said it smells like creamy, and like, this doesn't smell as creamy, but this is just as intense, just in a different way. It does have that dank kind of, again, dank herbaceousness to it. Not quite like huge with the Simcoe. I mean, this smells equally as good, just in a different way. Wow, they both smell fucking dynamite. I want to get into the base, so cheers, everyone. I'm glad I said sorbet. Wow, that first sip is fucking great. Body's higher side of medium, lower side of full, 8%. Fucking fantastic body. Thick without overdoing it. The mouthfeel, it's maybe not as luscious and fantastic as some of the other half mouthfeels that you get, where like the Imperial Oak Cream IPAs, but it has a nice, soft, smooth creaminess to it. Mild to moderate carbonation, but definitely a really nice mouthfeel. Body mouthfeel, awesome. The taste, I'm going to stick by rainbow sherbet. Like a melange of like a citrus sorbet. There's a lot of lemon, lime, orange, and grapefruit at the forefront for me. More lemon, lime, and orange, maybe even a tangerine, dare I say Tangelo. But it's like a sweeter, not super candied, but just like juicy citrus tone. Passes through. I'm starting to get in this one, like halfway through the palate, pineapple, papaya. Lychee, for sure. Yeah. I'm glad I ate that lychee. When I said I ate it and I said it was like generic, I ate the damn thing, and then afterwards I was like, man, the texture is kind of weird, it's kind of generic. But now, in a couple different beers since then, I was like, man, I'm pinpointing the lychee. Like, it's definitely lychee. I don't know if it's supposed to be in this one, but like that's what it tastes like. But it definitely tastes like papaya too. So pineapple, papaya, lychee. And on the finish, there's this huge dank herbaceousness. And again, you could say cattiness from the Simcoe. Very dank. Bone dry, mild to moderate bitterness. This is more dry than bitter. Pretty well balanced though. 8%, you can't tell outside of the body being super thick. I got to put that away because I just want to drink it all. Cleansing the palate because why not? That is delicious. We'll see what I actually rate this one. But as is, it's pretty fucking delicious. Let's get into the Trillium offering. Cheers, everyone. Oh. Wow. That is also delicious. Surprise, surprise. Such a different beer, though. Like, there is hints and nuances of what this beer is, but that HDHC, which stands for high density hop charge, I forgot like how many pounds per barrel of hops they use with it. I think it's some absurd number. That's pretty much what the HDHC treatment is. But I'm getting a huge blast of Nelson and Motueka in this one. Body might be even a little bit bigger than this. It is 1% bigger in terms of ABV. If this is higher side of medium, lower side of full, this is straight low to medium full, a little bit bigger than that. The mouthfeel, I don't think is as good. It's soft, smooth, and creamy, but this has a little, so this has the edge in the mouthfeel, this has the edge in the body. That's the way I look at it. As I almost drop it, that would have been problematic. The taste, again, a lot of citrus character at the forefront. Not as sorbet or sorbet or sherbet-esque, but it has a nice, like, again, lemon lime punch from the Motueka, a little bit of orange, maybe a touch of grapefruit. But that lemon lime really starts ramping up through the palate, and then midway through, white wine, white grape. It's a big blast of Nelson for me in this one. I do get the underlying, passion fruit, papaya, pineapple. No real lychee like this or melon. It's more of like passion fruit, pineapple, lychee. That's kind of what I'm getting here. But again, it's more, if I had to just take two characteristics from fruits, this is lemon lime and this is white grapes all day long. Finish, bone dry, mild bitterness. Very similar in that aspect. Both of them are pretty well balanced because of the significant dryness in these. Without that character in both of these beers, these would definitely be sweet to the point where like I'd get halfway through each can and just be like, no, thank you, good sir. I'm done with that. But as is, I'm going to try and finish these two off. I don't know how smart it is. It'd probably take me a good hour and a half to maybe even 2 hours to drink these by then. Room temperature, we'll see how they change and whatnot. What I can say about this one specifically compared to that is as I'm sitting here and letting it linger, there's a feeling on the palate as it lingers of like real fruit that I just got done eating. So like I just got done, consuming some white grapes or I can't even say lemon lime, but more like of a tropical fruit of some kind. It just has that feeling on the palate. Both these beers are delicious. Let's just say that. Now, I am going to cleanse the palate. And what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to rate, usually I rate these by now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a little bit of each into this and do the cuvee first. Because why the fuck not? Let's do the cuvee first. So we got a similar glass, is more Talus glass, but it's the same style. There's shit on it. They're printing. Hang on, there's a little water here. Kind of having it messing shit up. Okay, so we poured like that much in. Should be very similar considering that I filled both these up for the most part to the same thing. So we have that much in there, and we'll pour the rest of this. Okay, and now we're going to mix them. And we are going to try to figure out, do I like the cuvee more than the base? So the cuvee looks exactly like both of them because they look very similar. Probably a little darker, so more of the Trillium. Finger of a super creamy head, off-white, whole nine, a little bit of alcohol legs. Let's get a nose. Oh my God, what? Oh my God, it's all the overripened, fleshy, sticky, sweet fruits with like a dollop of honey on top. So it's like these two combined, but a little bit more sweetness. It almost has like if this had lactose or vanilla in it, has a little vanilla sweetness to it. This smells fucking better than both, and both of those smelled immaculate. Let's get into it. Cheers. I've never been teased so much from a nose in a cuvee and then sorely disappointed. It's not bad. It's just that nose was fucking like a 5 out of 5. That was immaculate. Amazing. The taste is good to, very good. While these are great. I don't know. It just kind of just like sapped, it like knocked everything down by like 50% in terms of intensity of flavors. It's very disappointing. Okay, rating. So we'll just move the cuvee off camera for now. I'll rate it at the end. Put this behind here. Put this to the forefront here. What am I going to give? All right, so what do I like between the two? I think I like the HDHC by a smidge. By a smidge. But like Woah Woah from Other Half, this is fucking really, this is delicious. I'm going to give this a low 4.5, I'm going to go 4.4. And they have a spiel on the side we'll read hopefully in a couple minutes if I remember. But yeah, I think this is fair at a 4.4 out of 5. This is fucking delicious. Great collaboration. However, the Trillium offering here, a little bit better. I like that explosion of Nelson and Motueka from the HDHC. I think it really just kind of goes another level from that. So I'm going to give this a straight 4.5 out of 5. Like a little bit more, like I said. Oh, hang on. Let me put... None of this matters to you guys, but it matters to me. Because I got to make thumbnails and Instagram posts and shit. If you're watching this long, you're used to what's going on here. So, really great job by Trillium. This is, not far off from the base, but at the same time, they've improved upon it, in my opinion. So, these two over here, and what am I going to give the cuvee? One more sip on the cuvee. It's good. I mean, I probably overreacted a bit when I tasted it, but the nose was literally a 5 out of 5. The taste, go high 4.1. Like, it's still good. It's just these are better on their own. So I'm going to drink the rest of that first probably and then start sipping on these. This was another fun side-by-side. You don't see them too often on my channel as much anymore, but I thought I would do this, and I'm happy I did. The winner is the HDHC by a very small margin, a 4.5 to a 4.4, and the cuvee gets a 4.1. Price point availability, this is going to differ depending on where you bought them. I'm sure from the brewery, this was probably $20 to $22 a 4-pack. Maybe 24 max for this, but probably 20 to 22. And this at Trillium was probably the same thing, like maybe, again, 20 to 24. I paid, personally, I bought this off of Halftime Beverage, like I said. I paid $8.49 for the can. I probably could have got it here locally, probably $6.50, $7, so a little bit more expensive, but I needed to fill the box so I could get free shipping. And then this, I bought it brewed and bottled. I think I paid $8 something for that. Here's the thing. Trillium, no matter where I bought it locally, when it shows up, they're single cans. Like, I don't think I've seen any place where they offer like straight 4-packs, but their single cans are always extremely expensive. Like, anywhere between like $7 to $10 depending upon where you shop. So $8 something for that. Yeah, it's a bit pricey as a whole, but that Trillium, because of the old school hype they've had, and they still have hype to this day, no matter what, they must charge a certain price to distributors, and when they get them out to the store obviously has to make money no matter where you're buying them. I bought Trillium at 3 different stores over the past year and a half since they got some distro, and they're always crazy expensive. So at the brewery, you're probably going to pay a lot less. But availability, Other Half, like fucking 85 different states they're in. There's an 85 states, but they you can buy their shit online. This was the Trillium and Friends release, so it was a bit more limited, but I'm pretty sure you can get them delivered, get them at one of their breweries, whatever the case may be. And Other Half gets a lot of distro nowadays. Trillium, a little bit harder. I don't know how many places they get distro from. I do think they do. You can place orders on their website, but they only ship to a handful of states. I don't think they ship to New York State, as far as I know, for like personal use. Like I couldn't just go and order their stuff off their website. So your mileage may vary when it comes to the price point on these and the availability. I was able to buy both cans, similar price, and do this side by side, and I am not at all disappointed at what the result was, because these are both delicious beers, and I would say check these ones out. By the time I release this video, this is probably like 6 weeks old. You know, this is probably like 5 weeks old, a little over 5 weeks. This will be like 6 weeks old. I still think these are going to hold up for another probably month. I don't see them falling off. Neither of them have hop burn, which is nice. Just very intense flavors to them, but my preference is the HDHC, just because of that extra kind of Nelson and Motueka oomph that it gives the beer. But this is not a slouch. This is no slouch whatsoever. So if you've had both of these beers or either of them, post in the comment section which one did you prefer, because I'm done. I'm shutting it down. Oh yeah, the ABVs. I don't even think I talked about the ABVs when I'm doing the reviews. 8%. You really can't tell outside of the body. 9%, you really can't tell outside of the body. Like, there is absolutely no warming in my chest, nothing on the palate. So for an 8 and 9% beer, it is fucking scary how easily these drink. Like, really scary. I'm gonna drink the rest of them tonight, like I said, and finish them up. And I don't know. I'm probably gonna be fucking hammered, but I'll probably be enjoying life. So anyway, I'm going to shut this one down. I appreciate every single one of you. If you checked out the review, whether you watched 1 minute or the entire thing, I know this is going to be a probably 20 to 25 minute review. Maybe it's a little bit, less than that. But when we do comparison reviews of beers from breweries like this, and I do the cuvee, aka the cuvee, I have a great time, and I'm glad I did it. So I'm going to shut this one down. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.